You wanted some milk? What are you talking about, Tony? Hey, it's the Hardwood show. Hope everybody's doing wonderful. I see Tony's got his Nikola Jokic shirt on. Hoop has the new gear on. It's a Friday. We got a gigantic, not too many more gigantic slates, Tony. It's almost over, buddy. It's almost your time. It's almost playoff time, showdown time to make even more money. What's going on, Big T?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, we've talked about it all week, but I hate this last week and a half. But we've been good all week.
Bad.
I hate it. I do. I mean, we've all talked about it. The week's actually been good, though, for Run Pure. Like a bunch of logos at the top. I've had a good week. Doesn't mean I like it, though. Just like we talked about on the Wednesday free show, we're going to still pick winners and do our best, but it doesn't mean we have to like it. I mean, a lot of these games, you just don't know the motivation. But the good news is we're about a week away from baseball and Masters and playoffs. And playoffs, I freaking love the playoffs in the NBA. And we're going to be peaking, like always, when we get to these game theory slates. Super excited. And we got a ton going on, though. I'm excited about everything we got going.
We do have a lot going on. We got Hoop back. I was saying, where the hell is Hoop? I hadn't heard from Hoop in a while. And I just learned he was
some
on
of these
nice
videos
vacation.
I should have saved some of these videos where he's in the pool and he's got like the kids and it's just great. In
Cancun, he sent you
It's
videos?
great content. I mean, he should tweet some of the videos he had going.
See, Big T has access to Mrs. Hoop's Snapchat, and there's got to be definitely some gems on that. So,
there were some good ones. I was definitely following along.
Did she put the one on there where I actually got on stage after the Michael Jackson show?
Those ones were,
fuck. All right.
Oh, shit. That was in Mexico?
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
That was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was second row for Michael
Where
Jackson.
else did you think it was?
I don't know. I thought he just took it off the internet. Hold on a second. Hoop is tweeting stuff out sometime, and I see this Michael Jackson impersonator just beating the hell out of people. So how did you end up at a Michael Jackson impersonation wrestling show?
On. Come on.
Wrestling show.
What are you talking about?
Was not wrestling.
You're like I consider you like a very smart person. Like some of the stuff just goes like completely over your head. Like I was at a Mexican resort. Like I think every Mexico resort does like the fake Michael Jackson show.
No,
right?
They don't. I've been to plenty of Mexico
They all do
resorts.
like shows like that. It might not be Michael Jackson, but they're all the same type shows.
Guys, I've been to Mexico 5 or 6 times. I've never seen Michael Jackson.
Well, they all do
the
corny shows. But the best part about that tweet was like the people commenting that like they actually thought that I thought I was seeing Michael Jackson. Like, Michael Jackson died like a long time ago, right, man? Like there's multiple comments like that. Like, no, I had no idea. I thought I was watching Michael fucking Jackson second row in Cancun, Mexico. Like, of course.
Yeah, you were watching Michael in Mexico.
But I will tell you, I don't know if you saw the ladies in the video. That's how they keep you intrigued, because they had some little senoritas dancing on stage, and there's some nice angles there. Nice to be close.
Did the kids go? Was it a kids?
Yeah, it was kid friendly. Yeah, kid friendly.
Kid friendly. Yeah. Just Michael Jackson beating the shit out of people. I love it. It was great. I thought you just pulled it off the internet. Nope, you were actually second row.
Second row. He pulled it off the internet. That's what. Where would he pull it off the internet from?
I don't know how to pull things off the internet. Who's saying I'm a smart guy? He's smarter than me. He knows how to pull shit off the internet. I'm sure.
Oh, it's too good. Too good.
So you and the fam had a good time. And then
it was good. Yep.
Today, there's a thing. G-Ryzen is doing his spiel for his other job.
What the fuck was that? Okay,
he's in a blue wig with a Pistons thing, talking like he's a slow person, and with like $10,000 cash in his hand. What is G-Ryzen doing, Hoop? You're up by him.
I love G-Ryzen, but that video should be banned from the internet. Like I know Twitter's into like banning people and censoring. Like get on G-Ryzen's video and take that off.
I didn't see this one. I gotta see this.
Oh God, go to his site. It's his Twitter. It's just
that was like I said. I love the guy.
Yep.
That video should never hit the internet again.
I think that's what happens when you lace your weed with cyanide and then you smoke it. You grow glue.
Tony has. We have to. Okay, it's an NBA show. It's going to be a quick show. Like we're going to be able to get the plays in quick. We got to get Tony. We got to get Tony's live reaction to this video.
I'm pulling it up right now. So
Please.
Oh, you're gonna? Is it coming on the screen? Or on
No,
mine?
No, just you. We're
gonna
gonna
send
watch
it to you. I'm gonna say I have it right here. Did you find it?
Well, I mean, I'm pulling his Twitter page up.
I don't know if it's on
so
his.
bad.
I have it on. Let me see.
It's so bad.
Here, I sent it to you in Discord. There you go.
I have
But
to
I love
scroll through.
G-Ryzen.
I have to scroll through his pin tweet from 2017 to find it. Come on, G-Ryzen. You can't pin a tweet from 2017. That's 5 years ago, buddy.
What is it? What was
This
this?
was a screenshot from 5 years ago. Come on, G-Ryzen. Get that puppy off there.
Can we play this video? Actually, that would be great if we could just play this here. Give G-Ryzen some publicity. That would be
Guarantee
good.
Simon can get it on there. Simon works wonders.
No, he can't get the audio. The video, screenshot would be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Simon too. So.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be good if we can't get the sound though.
It's okay.
it's,
You'll see him, and it'll be enough.
Yeah, you just got to see the video clip, and it'll make your day. That's all.
Yeah, as long as we're busting his balls, we might as well go follow him on Twitter. He's a good dude. We do the old guys pod together. He does baseball.
We prefaced it by saying we love the guy. All three of us love G-Ryzen.
Yeah.
Great guy. Absolutely love him. But this
I
video,
can't even. When I click that link you sent me, it like brings me to the page or something.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Maybe it worked. Maybe someone was listening and they went ahead and banned it for us.
Oh my God, you're right. He's standing in a Lions jersey, January 9th, 2017. NFL 16 was a blast.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, so you guys can't hear this. This is our coworker G-Ryzen with like.
I'm gonna watch it on the
$10,000 in
YouTube
his
because I can't find the video.
This might be the YouTube.
Yeah, you're not missing, buddy. You're not.
Let's
You're
see.
not.
I just want to see the visual.
All right. I mean, it's right here. And he
Look
retweeted.
at this dude. He did have all the hundies. What is he doing?
He said he's 18-2. 18-2, betting on the Pistons this year or something.
Yeah. Oh, against the spread.
They got the zoom in even. He's pointing at the screen.
Yeah, they've covered 18 of 20, but I think they're
Look at all the cash though. That's some good cash money in there. That's a good wad.
Yeah. He was at the studio. It's not his. Don't worry about it.
Chad Johnson.
I don't know.
He needs to get a bigger Pistons shirt with all his winter. That thing's looking a little snug.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe he you know what that probably is, him selling his stash. Because he's got a couple beautiful plants back there. And you deal in cash in that. So good job, G-Ryzen. Congratulations, buddy. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, bottom right-hand corner. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. The weekend is almost here. We got the Final Four. I know you're doing a show there. We got a ton of golf. Everybody's just shooting loads over golf right now. It's amazing what's going on. We got Tiger coming back next week, right, Tony? Next week's just going to be a monster week at RPS. Monster.
I'm excited. I'm excited about everything golf wise, except for my man Hoop. We always agree on everything. We were on the freaking show on Wednesday night talking about Rory, and then I see my man Hoop play 50-something% Rory.
Got to get over the field if you're going to play a guy. Right?
I do agree with that.
Well, it is funny though now because I'm actually rooting for him to miss the cut because I have some.
The good teams don't have.
I have some good teams without him, so I'm kind of hoping he just misses, and then I think he's like 30-some% owned. So he sucks. I mean, that is the one guy I've been right about for the last 2 years since we started this whole thing. Like he's just not. He's not elite. Yeah. Like his. I can't go on the rant. I'm going to save it for next week. He
is what he is. You've said it best the whole time. He's like fine.
His good finishes are fake because a lot of times he's 28th place and then fires a 65 on Sunday when he's out of contention. If he's in the lead, he falls off. Like he misses 4 or 5 footers. He's just not. He's not elite. He's probably like a top. I'd say he's probably like maybe like 25th best golfer right now.
The funny thing is people think he's a good putter. I've watched him his whole career. I said, he was my favorite early on. I got his freaking poster there from the U.S. Open. Yeah. He just has never been able to putt. He can't putt.
Yeah.
When he putts, he wins tournaments. Which you could say about some of them, but he doesn't make any putts.
Nope. Yeah, it's tough sledding. And, I've played him like 3 times in the last 2 years, and this has been the result. But maybe makes a little push for us here. Who knows? He's what's the cut going to be? Probably 1 under.
It's not a push for us. I mean, it's a push for one of us. I'm rooting with your good teams. Me and your good teams are rooting together for the miscut.
Oh yeah, I mean, who knows? But yeah, he's just not very good. That's all there is to it.
So let's see here. We need 300 likes today. Usually they get what 225. Let's go 300 likes. We're already at 91. We just started this show. We really haven't even talked about anything yet. So let's do it. Get going. Bottom right hand corner. Subscribe to the page or subscribe to the YouTube channel. And 8.26 subscribers. Okay, we're getting closer to 10,000. We're getting closer.
Got to get there for the big giveaway. Tickets, gear, all that stuff. We got to get to 10.
There's tickets and gear. Ooh,
have to get to 10, but I don't know. We're slowly getting there. I was hoping it would be a faster process.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't know if any story we've told here today is as good as Simon's wedding story, and I hope that he hops on sometime. I'd really like for Simon to tell that on the air, but we do have, two handfuls of basketball games to get to, so we might as well do that. Let's go.
I hate the freak. I always go on this rant before you get into it, but I freaking hate when people whine about everyone whining about Kazire in the Discord. Like, he's got 9 damn holes left. Stop freaking whining before he's officially dead. Like, that is my biggest pet peeve by a mile. And
I played a ton of Kazire. He was 8 point something K. It's Patton Kazire, folks. Like, yes, he's been on a good run, but if Patton Kazire misses a cut, like, you can't tilt that. I mean, it's Patton Kazire.
Tilt it after he misses the cut, though. Don't tilt it when he's got a whole back 9 left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's painful.
Yeah, he's one off.
That's what I mean. He's struggling this hole, but still. It's not the point, though. The point is, like, it's just pain, and they do it to, like, reverse jinx it, and it pisses me off in basketball, and it pisses me off even more in golf.
The emotional free roll.
Oh, it emotionally makes me root against my own guys because I just get too pissed.
It's tough.
It's a damn shame. Are you going to get a Nikola Jovic shirt? DC? I mean, not DC. What the fuck am I talking
about?
Jovic.
What does Jovic mean?
He's a first-round draft pick from Serbia. He's a former point guard. He's 6'10".
There's actually a dude named
Nikola
Jovic?
Jovic. Yeah,
really?
I'm not even kidding. It's going to be a first-round pick.
Really? This year?
Yeah. Coming over.
Can we just get Jokic to win the MVP and then have a little celebration?
It looks good.
Did you put a bet on it too, Hoop?
Yeah. Good. Like 13 to 1 or so.
I'm more worried about Giannis all of a sudden than I am with Embiid. Giannis has me a little worried for the first year.
He just dropped from 17 to 7. But he's going to sit out these games.
He's out tonight. It's not happening.
Hopefully he's not out next Friday. I just want him to play next Friday because the Bucks are at the Pistons, and I'd appreciate it if he played. I don't want to lie to my kids and say that Giannis is Giannis. Okay, I want them to see the real Giannis.
When it's all said and
done.
Versus
the Pistons, Giannis might look like Giannis.
Yeah, it is true. Maybe they'll believe it.
And you could always tell your kids, you saw Michael Jackson. You didn't see Giannis. Big deal. You saw the real star. More people know Michael Jackson.
Yeah, his kids are going to be thinking they saw Michael Jackson and Giannis, and they didn't see either one.
Back-to-back weeks, Michael and Giannis.
It was so cool. I get to see Giannis and Michael Jackson.
Fake Michael Jackson might be like the halftime show. They might get to see him twice in a week.
Double dip.
All right, guys, let's get into this 10-game slate. I think it's 10 games. That's what I counted earlier. Mavericks, Wizards, Hoop. Mavs heavy favorites, -9. 218 is the total. Is there anybody besides for Luka in this game that you're interested in?
There's going to be a lot of these games that we go through that are going to be super quick. I mean, we have all the value in the world that we need in basically 2 games. I mean, we have the Clippers, we have the Bucks, we have the Pistons, we have the Thunder. All the cheap plays that we're playing are going to be in those games. Those cheap plays are better than anyone on the slate, and the Grizzlies too. The Grizzlies are in a really good spot. So there's like 5 teams where we're going for all our value. So, no cheap guys, most likely outside of those teams. So we're really just looking for the studs. We're looking for the spends on the slate. Luka's right there. I don't know exactly what their motivation is. However, I mean, I think they're in the 3 seed. I don't know if they're incentivized to win games at this point, but Luka's been playing solid basketball. I mean, back-to-back 70 fantasy point games.
And the Mavs definitely want to win. Just to
all right, well, then there you go.
There.
Then he's got to be one of the best spends on the slate, I'd say, against this Washington team who just won't put up much resistance. He's been playing a lot of minutes. The production has been very high, 75, 73 fantasy points in his last 2 games. Like I said, should have his way in this matchup against the Wizards. Can't imagine clicking another name in this game. I mean, looking at it, it's just very simple. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of games that are going to be quick. We're going to fly through them. This is one. It's Luka and literally nobody else.
That's it. Tony, Luka, and anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the same plan all week, and it keeps treating me good. And I'm just going to keep playing these studs that need to win. And Luka needs to win. No one wants to play the Suns. They're the 3 seed, tied with the Warriors right now. They want to win. They're not going to lose to Washington. Yeah, Luka won't play if it turns into a blowout late. But, man, if it stays remotely close, he's going to just keep getting us 70 a game. So I'm with Hoop. And the Washington side – man, is it possible Porzingis could be a little what do you call it? What do we always say?
Sneaky?
What?
Sneaky?
Revenge for them shipping him out for Dinwiddie. I never play him. I'm going to have a really hard time playing him at 9K. I probably won't. But I will say, like, it's a stars and scrubs right out of the gate. If you're playing Luka, the game stays close. They don't really have a guy that should match up good with Porzingis. In tournaments, I definitely think you could just play Porzingis with Luka and hope they both crush right out of the gate. Won't be like a single entry play for me or like my only team type play, but I definitely think you could do it in a tournament. I wouldn't play him without Luka, though. So if you got Luka, him maybe. I mean, Dinwiddie, they're talking about Dinwiddie in the chat. I like Dinwiddie. I mean, people were making fun of that trade at first. Like, why'd you give up? Now everyone's like, oh, it was a great trade. Of course it was a great trade. You're getting a guard that can obvious. Get to the hole instead of a big stiff. Like, it's the most simple trade ever. So, yeah, this game's easy for me. Like Hoop said, a lot of these games are going to be very simple, and that's the problem with the last week. It's just who has motivation, who's playing, who's getting the boost, and tonight we're going to see a lot of that.
Tony, let's just go to the next one then. Raptors Magic. This is disgusting. Anything?
Yeah, I mean, just the first thing we need to look at every game is who needs to win. And the Raptors, while they did with the Cavs dropping a few in a row, it did help them a lot for that 6. They're still not totally clear, though, of the plan. So they still need to win, and they like to play their guys. This is a spot the other day where I said was pretty sneaky just because no one's going to play Toronto. You look at the projections. One guy that's been pretty good is OG. His price is still cheap. I think you can go to him. You can always play Freddie VanVleet at 8,400. I don't know. Like, these guys are okay, but it's an early game. I doubt I go much there, and I'm definitely not playing any Orlando guys versus Toronto. So for me, it would just be the good Toronto guys, and it is a tournament type plays where they're going to play 40 minutes if the game stays close. And I think it should stay close. Toronto's not capable of really just crushing teams. So I don't know. I don't mind these Toronto guys.
So Toronto in play, at least just a little bit of Toronto. Okay. It's good to know. Like button would be nice. We're sitting at 135. We're going for 300 today. We got the big guns here, Tony and Hoop. We also are going for 10,000 YouTube subscribers. So let's get that. We're at 8.26K right now. Bottom right-hand corner, hit the subscribe. And then I do have some marketing points here that I'll hit in just a little bit, but we won't get to those yet. We'll just have a good time and keep talking about another game that we might not be able to find somebody, but then again, we might. There might be a couple of things opening up on the Pacers side tonight, Hoop. Pacers, Celtics, 15-point favorites for the Celtics. I mean, the Pacers basically thrown in the towel for a while now, right? So talk to me here. Can we dig up anything on the Pacers side? What has to happen to play anybody from this game?
Just to touch on that previous game, though, I do agree with.
Did I miss you on that game?
Yeah, it's all right, though. It's all right. Like I said, a lot of these games are moving quick, and it's
sorry, Hoop.
It's No, there's no issues. Last guy in type plays with the Raptors. I mean, like Tony said, you know what you get with the Raptors. Like their starters are going to play a ton of minutes in a close game. It is an 11-point spread. There's a chance the Raptors blow them out, but these guys play a lot of minutes. Van Fleet at 8.4, OG stands out at 6K. Those are probably my two favorites here. But last guy type in, not building block type plays. On the other side, Wendell Carter out, but I still just don't think that does enough on this slate to make any of the Magic guys in play. And then, for that next game, the Pacers Celtics, not much really for me. What's the status of these Pacers guys? A lot of them questionable. I'm assuming a lot of these guys are going to sit, but I don't know. I just still like the guys in these other games coming up in terms of value plays, like the Clippers, Bucks, Pistons, Thunder, Grizzlies, all really good values. I don't think it really matters what happened. And plus, it's a bad spot against Boston in Boston. They're 15-point underdogs. Boston has one of the better defenses in the league. And then on the Celtics side, I'm not playing the Celtics tonight. Pretty much full health besides Robert Williams being out. They have a lot of bodies. This game is going to be a cross-off for me.
I'm going to go right back to you because I got to go pull a Lamar Jackson. The next game that we're going to go for is going to be the Pacers and the Celtics, as I set up for you. Why don't you take that, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Me? Yeah.
Either one of you. I don't care.
I mean, Hoop just talked about it, so I can talk about it now. You go
take
go
to the
Lamar
next game,
Jackson.
too. I'll be back.
You know what? We'll take over for a minute.
Holden's ready for NBA playoffs.
And look, dude,
He's pulling the man goat on us here.
I'm legitimately sweating.
Go take care of business.
We're only on game 3. Go pitch that puppy off. I mean,
let's go.
We're not even on the 3rd game, and you already forgot 2 of the whatever we got going on here. But
what a disaster start. Sorry, folks.
I agree with Hoop though on this game. I mean, Boston's just a team I just don't play very often. I mean, you can play guys like Tatum, and I mean, some of these plays are fine. Like, I don't hate them, but it's a big slate, and we got just clear plays. I mean, when we get to some of these other games, there's just clear-cut values and plays, and I don't know. So I'm not going to play any Boston guys. Like I said, I want to play a bunch of studs. So, I mean, if you landed on Tatum or something, whatever. I mean, a guy like that could win a tournament if this game stays closer than we think. Indiana doesn't play good defense. I don't hate it. I mean, if you land on him just as a contrarian tournament, but I'm not going to force any of those dudes in. Indiana, like Hoop said, I mean, some of these guys are going to sit. I mean, we're at the point of the season where a lot of these like tweener veteran guys are just going to sit and just not play the last week. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, right now it looks like we got like 4 or 5 questionable guys for Indiana, but in a blowout game. So the other day I played Dwayne Washington. He didn't get the run because the Nuggets game ended up close, even though they were up 30. But the same reasoning as the other day, I think you can use again. He's stone minimum 3K and Sykes is 3,400. So depending on who's in, I think you can play these guys, and they're more of a tournament play that people aren't going to play and no one will have them. And if the game blows out, these guys, I mean, if you get the full 4th quarter of Dwayne Washington in a blowout at 1% owned, when you want to play studs like Jokic and Luka and all these guys, little 3K guys, we've shown all week with these cores that my 3K guys haven't crushed every night, but we've still made money every night because the studs keep crushing, and that's what I want. I want Luka. I want guys like Jokic. So, yeah, I guess Dwayne Washington, as crazy as it sounds, would be the only guy I would play. Maybe like Sykes if he started or something at 3,400. I wouldn't mind him either, but I just like the stone min price of 3K for Dwayne Washington.
Welcome back, guys. Yeah, I totally washed my hands, Spencer. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting individual. Now, Hoop, where did we leave off? Let me know what game we were on.
We're headed to the Houston-Sacramento game.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Houston-Sacramento, huh? Was that fun?
That's where we're at now. That's the game.
I think that's a good game then. We got a million guys we could choose from this one, right, Hoop?
Yeah, no De'Aaron Fox, no Sabonis. Obviously, a big boost to these Kings guys. I think the problem here is we have Davion Mitchell now up to 8K, so he's got the price bump. You can play him tonight. I think he's a fine option. Not a must. Like, there's no one that really stands out as a cheap must play, I think, on the Sacramento side of things, like we have in these games coming up. So on Sacramento, a favorite play would be Mitchell at 8K. Again, not a building block. I think he's priced appropriately at 8K. He's fine. He should go off in the spot against the Rockets. Then on the Rockets side, I think we're waiting on. So Sengun is questionable. If he sits, and then maybe take a look at some of these guys. But again, they're not like super cheap. I mean, Porter Jr. 7.5, Jalen Green 6.8. You're paying a premium for these guys. It is a 234 total, close spread. Kings favored by 3 in this spot. So I don't know. I mean, not my favorite game despite the big total.
Tony, did you like this game? Do you want to play Şengün if he's in? Do you see some value opening up if he's out?
Yeah, no, we got to keep our eye open on Houston for sure with him. We just seen this matchup the other night, totally smashed too. I was mad at myself because the bigs against Houston, we just keep printing with it just all year. And somehow they said Lynn was in, got me scared to play Damian Jones and Lyles, and they both just smashed. Damian Jones went for 50. Centers just keep destroying this team. I'm not going to make the mistake again tonight, though. I'm playing Damian Jones tonight. As long as he starts, these centers just in the live final, Powell went for 50. Like every single night, these big centers are going for 40s and 50s against Houston. I don't see why it would be any different tonight with Damian Jones coming off the 50. I mean, obviously, I'm not expecting 50, but at 5,500, I mean, anything in the mid 30s to 40s is huge for that. And Lyles too, and Mitchell. Davion Mitchell just continues to play. How many minutes did he play again the other night? He played 39 minutes again. Yeah. I mean, like every night the dude is playing 40 freaking minutes against Houston.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of interest in those three. But the same thing I said on the Wednesday show, I think it was Wednesday they played. I like this more of a game stack than anything, and then fillers. So, like, on one side, you play these three guys, Mitchell, Lyles, Damian Jones. And then in Houston side, we obviously need to wait for some news. But, I mean, these guards, Schroeder's out for the year. They just don't have guards. So what's going to happen? Jalen Green and Porter are just going to continue to play big minutes. And, I mean, they're just crushing in this spot. I mean, Porter just went for 70 freaking fantasy points in the same spot and 50 the game before it. So this game just looks like a clear-cut game stack to me, where I don't think I wouldn't play Porter by himself just because of the price tag. I wouldn't play Jalen Green probably just with the price tag. But when you put it all together and you put these guards and then you run it back with those Sacramento pieces, and even like, I guess I wouldn't go down further. I was looking at some of them, like even Josh Christopher's priced up
Fernandez?
now.
Bruno Fernando.
If Şengün's out again,
yeah.
he was the workbench play the other day and crushed for me. He's still 3,500. I don't want to give it out until I know for sure Şengün's out, because he's not really in play for me if Şengün plays. But if Şengün, you can, if you're watching the show and you see Şengün's out after we're done, I will be on Bruno for sure. He looked great the other day.
Right? We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, we get to sing the song. I mean, what's better than that?
Sing the song.
I already sang it the other day. They made fun of me. I can't run it back. I don't think.
Hey, dad jokes over here. I'm good with it. Let's get a little threesome singing performance.
All three of us. I like that.
That's the only part I know, and I haven't seen the movie yet. So.
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
It gets stuck in your head too.
Yeah, it's like one of those. It's like how is it so popular? Because you hear it once, it's like this is like just a dumb song. And then it just you can't get it out. It's over.
Yeah, and all those Disney movies have like the hidden stuff behind them too. And
yes.
Thinking about stuff. Disney just totally messes with your head, man.
Yeah.
Just those damn songs. And then the kids watch it 48 times. And by the time they're done watching it, you're like, man, you know every word of it.
Yeah. I know Frozen from start to finish. Yeah. The whole thing. I don't like that movie. It's not good, but the kids.
I don't like any of these movies very much, but they get catchy.
Is there any good movies for kids that you guys have seen that keep you interested?
Seriously. Not like true kids movies for me. I like
my favorite kids movies, like this Toy Story series. I can legitimately like watch those movies. I like Toy Story. Yeah. It's like that's about it. But I don't like cartoons though. I've never liked cartoons.
Get your kids watching Die Hard, except the bad words taken out.
I do watch a lot of like normal, not fully like Die Hard, but like probably like PG-13 with the kid. I try to find in that middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E.T. is a good one to watch with your kids. It's an old movie.
What is it?
E.T. is a good movie. Yeah.
It's a good movie. The kids.
E.T. Phone Home.
Yeah, and all those.
I haven't seen that in a while. Might have to break
Disney
that out.
Ones like Pinocchio, where the kids are getting drunk and smoking cigars and stuff. That's always fun. Like, hey guys, don't do what this guy. You can teach them what not to do. Seriously, Pinocchio's just hammered smoking cigars, and I'm going, are we?
It's crazy how much more you pick up though that you didn't realize when you were a kid. Now you're watching, and there's like two dudes making out and stuff. What in the world is that?
What movie is that?
I mean, they're putting it in more and more of these Disney.
You'll
notice it when you see it.
Tony, you talking about the Christmas one?
I mean, I don't.
On Disney? Yeah.
I don't actually remember. I remember Amber was freaking out about it though.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about that. I mean, it was. It's Christmas again. Don't watch it.
All right, very good. That was uncomfortable.
Probably not the best topic for the show right here, but we can move on to the next game.
Yeah. Here we go, and here comes all the people with the cars. Shrek was good. I just watched that.
Shrek's a solid one, yeah.
Shrek is a good one, yeah. There's a lot of adult jokes in those. Here we go. We got winners never win. It's that time. Winners never win, or members? Members never win. Listen, guys, I don't touch the gummies, especially on the free shows. Come on, we can't do that. I'm just a little rattled here. It was a story that Simon told before the show that got me sick. I'm not even kidding. Anyways, members never do win here, just like D Jones MB, who won 2K in F1. I mean, everybody's talking about F1 now. It's amazing. I'm sure Hoop is grinding that every day. M. Carter, 2388. He won $6,000 in the National Basketball Association Daily Fantasy Sports. Rookie B making cash, 10K in tennis. Shout out to Susie and Maddie and Spread. Our tennis team does a great job. The Hebrew Cheetah, is that just K Phallic? 19K in the National Basketball Association. Big T, not a member. He's the big guy. 146K in the PGA. That was right. You deserved a congratulations for that one, dude.
Thank you, Holden.
The Birdie Monster, 220K. So members never win, y'all. Yeah, I give you a y'all just for K Phallic. Grizzlies have a lot of players available. I don't know there's some shitty ones down there at the bottom, but that tweet just came out. There's quite a few of them. So good job there. Let's continue on with this monster show here. We just did the Kings and the Rockets, right? Clippers, Bucks. Hoop. Giannis cannot be MVP if he doesn't play tonight. His knee is bothering him. Are you kidding me? Clippers going to have a really short.
He didn't look like he was bothering him last night. Unless the trunk kept hitting it. The trunk might have kept hitting it.
He's like, I don't care about the MVP. Give me a night off. We got higher aspirations than that. So Hoop, it's going to be a short rotation here, or a short number of guys playing for the Clippers. And then on the Bucks side, there's got to be somebody to clean up with Giannis out.
Yeah, just got official word. Tiger is in the Masters field, so that's exciting. I mean, I guess
his son said that.
Yeah, we kind of all figured that would be the case, but the list is out and he's on it. So exciting stuff. This is going to be like the premier game for fantasy purposes. I mean, the Clippers ruled out all their guys: Paul George, Reggie Jackson, Batum, Marcus Morris. All out, Brandon Boston Jr. As well. So that leaves them with, I think, like 8 bodies: Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, Covington, Zubac, Xavier Moon, Hood, and Hartenstein. I think all in play to some degree. You probably want at least 3 Clippers on your teams tonight. This is definitely the premier spot for value. And then on the Bucks side, they obviously ruled out all their big guys as well. I think this situation a little more dicey just because they have more bodies. So they ruled out all their main guys. Like, how much is Bobby Portis actually going to play? He's one that wasn't ruled out. Is he going to get his full run? I think there's some risk with guys like Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen and even Connington. So Nwora is a guy, whenever Giannis has been out this season, it's just kind of crushed. He's a phenomenal value play tonight at 3K. He'll likely be in that starting lineup. The other guys kind of scare me a little bit. There's a lot of different ways they can go. I think Nwora is by far like the best play on this Bucks side, but I'm kind of nervous about the rest. I do want to see who the starters are here for the Bucks. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern game, an hour after lock, so there's a chance that we have it ahead of time. But as it stands now, the only one I'm super comfortable with is Nwora. I know they got some of these other guys on the bench that have kind of gone off in these spots. Curious to get Big T's read on this one, because he's been pretty good at projecting these Bucks guys. But the clear values on the slate reside with the Clippers. And like I said, you want probably 3 Clippers on all your teams tonight in all formats.
Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Hoop's saying. This is the premier game. I mean, you got guys sitting out. You got both teams. I mean, the Clippers really definitely not playing for anything. The Bucks not in concern tonight either. So I agree completely with what Hoop said about the Bucks side. I mean, Portis is going to project great. This is the part of the season I do love, because I think you can take advantage of the projection people, and that's what we talk about a lot at Run Pure. Portis is going to project incredible, but I am not as confident in him. He's a key rotation piece. In games like this, I don't want to play key rotation pieces. Yeah, I say that knowing it is risky. He's going to be high owned. He's going to project good. He's probably going to – I mean, if he doesn't start, then you don't have to play him. But as long as he starts, he's going to project good. Everyone's going to play him. And he definitely could burn me. But that's the fun in playing tournaments. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I have a chance to win a lot of money. So I don't like to play guys like that. Nwora, total lock tonight, like Hoop said. 3K. You don't have to worry about the minutes. He's going to play them all. He's going to play good. I mean, just a total lock. And then it gets a little more dicey. I agree with what Hoop said. Another guy that I kind of like a lot that might not project great is Jevon Carter. He's got a decent amount of run at times when they've needed a backup point guard type spot. I could see him getting like extended run in this game, and his projection isn't – I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not as good as some of these other guys. And, I mean, if he starts, he might get a little more ownership. But I just like him at 3,800. I think he's very sneaky. We need to see starters, though, mainly with Milwaukee, but both of these teams. And then the Clippers side, I think is pretty easy, too. I mean, everybody in here is going to play minutes. They only have, 8 guys or something, it looks like. And I don't think guys like Zubac and Ibaka dudes like that, like Ibaka's on the other side, but same difference. I don't want to play the older guys that much. They just don't need to run them. So Xavier Moon, I mean, 3K, I think you can play him. Coffee, 3,700. Hartenstein's a little more. I like him. We just need starters in this game, but you're going to want to have 4 or 5 guys from this game. I mean, there's just going to be guys crush. And the nice thing about this last week is, like I said in the beginning, you can play Luka, you can play Jokic, you can play whoever you want, Tatum, stars-wise, and then just mix and match these pieces in this game. Let other people play the Portises, and unless there's some report, I just don't think you can play a guy like Portis. He's going to be high-owned, though, so you have to understand what I'm saying if you're watching this. Know the risk. If he freaking goes for 50, whatever. It is what it is.
All right, this is time in the show when we tell you to hit the like button. We're going for 300 today. Come on, the big boys are here.
Dude in the chat says the premier game. Yeah, it's the premier game. Yes. Who cares if it's the highest over under or the fastest pace? That doesn't mean dick in DFS. Like all these dudes are underpriced and they're going to play all the minutes. So yeah, I mean, the message got deleted now, but yeah, I mean, it's the best game by a mile. I don't care. The total could be like in the 180s and I wouldn't care. Like it's got all the cheap dudes.
It's NBA DFS like 101. Like there's no need to even like go into it. Like this is.
I honestly don't think you need. Holden's known I've said this all year. I honestly don't think you need to look at totals in NBA. Sure, it's nice if your game has a high total, but give me this game over any when you just have everybody underpriced. I don't care what the total is.
I think most people in DFS look at the total and you're just able
Well,
to.
they do, and you should look at it. I'm not saying it's totally meaningless, but give me the minutes over the total every day.
Hoop, what do you do with the total when you're playing DFS, NBA DFS?
Yeah, it's different nowadays. Like in the past, like NBA DFS, I looked more into it, but now with these guys like resting so frequently, and there's on most slates we have so many good value plays, like it doesn't matter to me all that much. It's just a different day and age in the NBA where I don't think it matters as much as it did in the past. Like in the past, I think it was a factor. Nowadays, definitely not as much.
Not a factor, not as big a factor. Okay. Like button would be nice, going for 300. Also, Mangone is out skiing today. So if anybody's wondering where Mangone is, he's taking pictures. He's on a bunny hill at probably the worst ski resort in all.
Was he supposed to be on this show and he's skiing? I know Hoop was supposed to be on
the
here.
show.
Yeah.
Definitely decided to go skiing today, though. I saw a picture.
I wish I could see Mangone skiing. I'm still laughing at his outfit the other night. I sent Allie that message and said that's the face of someone that's never seen a workbench. And I mean, he had the handlebars. He had the cutoff shirt from 15 years ago.
He had
a headband on, like not a headband like a basketball one, like a bandana headband thing.
Oh, he's feeling himself nowadays. He really is.
Well, he's definitely not getting any tail looking like that. He needs to
have you hooked him up yet?
I think he's in a biker gang, guys.
No.
I mean, you think that's what you say. It's the ones you always think that aren't in it that are in it, Tony. I think he's
Mangone isn't in no gang. I'm pretty confident in that.
Listen, I'm just
saying. He did look fierce though on the when him and Snyder were like literally fist fighting on the court. So yeah.
And that's unfortunate. Yeah. All right. It's our little Mongol brother, Travis Mangone. If you see Mangone, say hi to him. He'll be back next week or maybe even this weekend, I'm sure. We got more games to get to though.
If you're watching the golf, the cut looks basically locked into -1.
How much Theo Maledon are you going to have tonight, Tony?
I knew the chat was good. I went on that tangent the other night about. So I just talked about why I like the last week of the season. Some of the guys. One of the reasons I hate the last week is OKC. Man, so they're playing Detroit tonight. They got 8 dudes. Some of them are definitely going to crush 1,000,000% because they have to. There's only 8 dudes versus Detroit. But man, it's just hard. Like you got Maledon at 6,800. I just it's just crazy. Like Wiggins let me down the other day, but he's 5K. Like that's at least. I mean, Wiggins shouldn't be 1,800 less than Maledon. Lindy Waters is 4,200 now. Sar crushed the other day. I mean, the problem is like. A couple of these guys are definitely going to crush, but it's hard to click the button. Like Poku at 7K. Are you kidding me? But he could get 50. It's just annoying that probably the winner of the tournament tonight is going to have a couple of these OKC guys, and I'm not, and they're going to beat me because of it. But I don't know what to do. Like I don't know how to handle it. I don't like these plays more than the Clippers Milwaukee game. But they got 8 dudes versus Detroit. So there's just going to be guys that crush.
Not Theo Maledon at 6,800 on DK.
I mean, the problem is he could crush at that price tag, but I just can't physically. Like, I can play Jalen Green or Theo Maledon. Like, I just can't click the Theo button. And the problem is he probably will beat me again.
Shit happens. Pistons.
They don't have any dudes and they're playing Detroit. It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, but they'll be running someone out. Hoop, Pistons, Thunder again. G-Ryzen.
Yeah, G-Ryzen.
Not good.
I wonder if he's on the Pistons.
Yeah, maybe we need G-Ryzen to give the breakdown. Where is he with the wig? We need him to tell us who the plays are.
Is he going to double up his stack tonight on the Pistons? We need to know. I mean, maybe we'll text him and see if we can get a guest appearance. He'll let us know what to do here in this game. So the problem with the Thunder is they've been in this situation for a lot longer than some of these other teams on the slate, and the prices obviously have adjusted. But, like Tony said, there's only 8 guys here on the Thunder. They're projected to score 108 actual points tonight. Probably going to get somewhere in that range, which means a couple of these guys are having big fantasy games. And most people will obviously go to the cheaper ones. Guys like Sar, I think, will get some ownership. I guess he's really the only cheap one. I mean, they all have adjusted quite a bit. How do you pronounce the one guy's Krejci? Is that how it's pronounced? I don't even know. Yeah, sure. He's 4-3, sure. So I think like him, Sar will get some ownership because of the price tags. But Roby had the monster game recently. Maladone is a guy that has been very consistent, 45, 43, 32, 36. Is it enough on the slate at 6.8K? I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see, but it is tough to get to some of these guys on the Pistons side. I do like Cunningham. That he's going to play tonight. There's no reason for him not to get minutes. They're down some bodies. I think he could definitely have a big game here, 221 total, which doesn't mean a ton, but the game is projected to stay close. Isaiah Stewart, they're running out of bigs, no Bagley here, no Kelly Olynyk, Stewart Livers, guys you can consider. Killian Hayes is a guy that you can consider as well on this slate. So again, a game where we do have a lot of options, a lot of cheap guys, some spends. Like I said, I don't mind going to Cade at the 9K. Just seems very safe tonight to just kind of have his way in this matchup.
Okay, very good. We got through that one. We might only have one more game that you guys are excited about.
If 6,800 Theo beats me, then I'm just gonna have to concede defeat.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
A lot of people like Cade here too.
Because Cade's freaking crushing. He's so good.
Oh, that's what G-Ryzen's thing was about. That's what his video was about. It was about Pistons covering and Cade. So Cade is a play. Top 3 values when we get there. You know what, William Bernicci, you should sign up for Run Pure Sports if you haven't already, and check out the Up to Lock show, because today, like we do every single day, we take you right up to lock with all the breaking news. We give you the cores. All these guys are going to have their cores that they throw up there. You've got the playbook that's there. So everything you're going to need from the best in the business when you go to runpuresports.com. Now, one other thing I did need to ask you about, Tony. Who is taller, Mangone or JSU? Because you saw them both.
Everybody's taller than JSU.
Right. I didn't know.
He is definitely the shortest human.
Yeah. I got to go do a show with him in a few minutes, him and AP. So
he played. I mean, we talk about a lot of those games, but he played one of my cousins that's probably 20 years old or something, like long, skinny dude, like super long, like not as tall as me, but way skinnier, obviously. And I swear to God, they played for an hour and a half to 21 because neither one could, because he was skinny and JSU was just bodying him. And JSU literally couldn't shoot it over him. I swear to God, they played for an hour and a half to 21. JSU didn't score for like 45 straight minutes.
But he's a bulldog. He's just one.
But he couldn't score on JSU either because JSU is so tough on D. Yeah. They literally played forever.
I love basketball.
But yes, he's shorter than Mangone.
Okay, all right. It's a little disappointing. Suns and Grizzlies, boys. Let's do a little Suns Grizzlies action here. Is Memphis just kind of taking this game off? They're kind of set in the 2 spot right now. You tell me, Tony, what's going on with the Grizzlies? And then, of course, the Suns, who have wrapped everything up.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams have basically wrapped everything up. You got the 1 seed and the 2 seed. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a genius with the numbers, but it looks for sure to me. 1 and 2. You got a couple guys working their way back into the rotation. I mean, even CP3 is working his way back a little bit. There's just on a slate like this, I see literally no reason to go to a game like this where you have 2 really good teams that have nothing to play for. We got clear-cut values and studs in other spots. These are the games I literally don't even look at. So there could be maybe a value somewhere, but if someone in this game crushes, it's not going to be for me because I definitely don't go to games like this.
Hoop, are you going to go to a game like this? 229 is the total. Suns, Grizzlies, top 2 teams in the West. Not much to play for.
I mean, some moderate interest. D'Anthony Melton, I think, somewhat in play. But still, I guess the problem with him is the minutes are just never big. Like the most he plays is like mid-20s, which is concerning. Xavier Tillman, Brandon Clark. But the problem is you start matching these guys up against the Clippers, and like you just have to play all those Clippers guys over these guys. Like you just have to. It's just hard to make an argument for any of these guys over any Clippers guys. So I think they're in play. I wouldn't be surprised if, Melton, Tillman, or Clark had big performances tonight, but just really hard, and even Nwora, hard to play these guys over Nwora. So in play, but, down the list in terms of value options on this slate. And again, definitely can't touch the Suns.
Cannot touch the Suns. We'll move on. We just got
a couple one thing too. Because I wanted to look at the prices. I mean, Xavier Tillman at 3,100. You can definitely put him in like the star build. The problem is exactly what Hoop said though. Like the way we build teams that run pure, we just don't play everyone. So, like if you're playing 150 teams, which I haven't been doing the last week, I've just been doing 3. But if you're playing 150, I mean, you can get exposures to these guys for sure. But like if you're limited to a couple teams, like you're just not playing him more than likely over some of those other guys. I mean, they still have 4, 6. They got like 10 or 11 guys still. So these guys are going to project. Like Brandon Clark's going to project great tonight. But I mean, he's 4K. I just don't see it. So that's kind of one of the things I think we do good at Run Pure is we take stands with stuff. I'm just okay. I mean, if Melton and Clark and these guys beat me, like I'm just okay with it. I like the Milwaukee game just better.
Good. It's as simple as that. Why'd you go from 150 down to 3? End of the season?
It's just hard with the end of the season. There's just too much news, and I just have dialed it back a little bit to 3 teams.
Okay. So like button would be great. We're going for 300. It's I mean, it's a little above probably what we're going to get, but we'll take it. So that's the first thing. Look at your screen, bottom right-hand corner, subscribe button. It's a little red button. And last but not least, we got to get to 15,000 Twitter subscribers. Like 15,000. We're already up there. We're close to that already. Good for us, man. So make sure you got to Run Pure Sports at Run Pure Sports on Twitter. We're at 14.4. Guys, I've been sitting at somewhere in 15K for like 2 years. I just can't get off of it. So, oh well, get us to 15,000. That'll be good for everybody. Like button. Have a good time. Put a smile on your face. We got 3 games left to go through, and that would be the Blazers and the Spurs to start with. So, Hoop, the Blazers, we all know they stink. And then we know that the Spurs have a lot to play for because it didn't really look like they're going to catch the Lakers. Now, it looks like they got a good shot of it. So, DeJounte Murray is a guy that I'm kind of interested in. I wonder what your thoughts are on him and any other Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, it's mostly just DeJounte Murray. The problem with the Portland side is they've been in this situation where they've been so thin for a long time where the prices have really adjusted. Look at Brandon Williams at 6'9", Eubanks at 7'8", all their, other core rotational guys, 4K, 5K. It's just hard to pay the price tags on Portland. DeJounte Murray, I think, is a fine option. If deciding between him and Luka, I think I'd prefer Luka, but I guess there is a path where you could play. I mean, the 3 studs really on the slate that we're looking at would be Luka, DeJounte, and Nikola Jokic. And I think DeJounte is probably 3rd on that list for me. So probably won't have a ton of him. He's fine. I mean, they're huge favorites here, favored by 15. They should smoke Portland. So be just DeJounte Murray for me in this game. But like I said, in terms of the studs on the slate, he ranks 3rd for me.
Tony, you got any interest in any Spurs tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that needs to win, and they play Portland, and I'm sure we all agree that they're probably going to pound Portland because Portland wants to lose. But you could catch it. You could catch a little luck. I got burned last week with DeJounte in one of those games where I thought it would blow out. It was versus Houston, I think, and it stayed close, and he ended up getting 65. And with all this value, I think you can go to some Spurs, especially DeJounte, play him over Luka on a team. And the guy that surprised me lately has been Keldon Johnson at 6,700. He's just been crushing and playing minutes. I mean, you look at him recently, he's played 38, 36, 36, 34 minutes. I mean, the minutes are just ramped up big time as, for one, they want to secure the playoff spot over the Lakers. For 2, they're trying to ramp up for the playoffs if they make it. Yeah, I think this game will blow out. But again, we're playing tournaments. We're trying to get to the top. If this game stays within 15 points or so, and you get full run from DeJounte and Keldon and even Podol, they could totally crush. So I'm not eliminating them completely. But, yeah, I like the other guys more that we talked about. But I think you can definitely build a team with 2 or 3 of these guys on it.
Okay, very good.
No Portland though. I'm not running it back with any Portland dudes. Just Spurs for me.
Pukashevsky's out.
Who?
Do they have enough guys?
Poku's out?
Yeah. Do they have guys?
God, OKC's going to give me nightmares.
They're going to have like 6.
Do
they got enough? Even one less, dude?
Yeah, Poku's out. And then Bates Diop is available to play.
Jesus. OKC's going to literally torment me the last week. Hopefully they just don't have enough and they have to forfeit. Did they call
someone up? Because it looks like they only have 7.
I'm sure that all these teams always have like someone that
they got a G leaguer.
Yeah. They always have someone that you don't even like see in the list.
Yeah, let me just see here real quick.
Oh, that's annoying though. Either way, because these OKC, unless I mean, all those rules were like COVID based. Like I'm sure that they have to have 8.
He's got the flu. That's what it is. Flu-like symptoms. So good luck with that, guys.
Oh, that's super.
They just
annoying.
signed someone to a 10-day contract.
Who'd they sign? Hopefully it's someone I like.
That Jalen Horde guy. He got some run last
Even
year
in the player pool? Seriously.
Probably not. Probably not. So
I don't think he is.
Man, OKC's.
Oh, he is. He's in the player pool.
He is?
Yeah, he's 3K, and he played 1 game, and he played 2 minutes. So there you go. Good. Good to know that.
I mean, so I got 3 teams. I mean, I'm just going to have to play OKC on one of them probably. They just don't have any dudes, and they're playing the Pistons. As much as I hate it, like it's just a really hard fade.
Theo Maledon time, Tony. So Maledon, Krejci, Aaron Wiggins, Sarr, Roby, then Robinson Earl.
Lindy Waters looked good the other day too. I don't know. This is why I hate the last week of the season. I mean, we're looking at these just dust. Lindy Waters is a good play for sure. He'd be.
If Sarr starts, he's going to be super popular. 3.7.
I don't know. He's not going to start though. It's going to be other dude. I don't know. I mean, he's going to play. I don't think he'll start.
Hoop, what's your take here, man?
Yeah, I got to definitely reconsider. I mean, they have 8 bodies. It's actually a pretty good spot for them against the Pistons. You know, I don't think I can tag Theo Maledon as like a core type play on tonight's slate at 6.8K. Can't really be a building block, but you know, if you start building those teams and you know, 2v2s pop up with Maledon and somebody else, like I probably have to be fine with it, you know, just because he seems very safe to get like 35 fantasy points. I don't know what the true ceiling is. I guess he's been over 45, 43. So I guess he does. Yeah. I mean, I think he's a fine option tonight.
Hey, Philippe Burner, Horde is in the player pool, dude. Yeah, I just found him. He's 3K. Not too sure he plays tonight, but he is.
Who?
Horde.
Oh, he's gonna play. Yeah.
He is?
They only got 8 dudes and they're OKC. They're all gonna play.
He'll play 10 minutes?
I mean, he'll probably play more. It's OKC. They don't want to win anyway.
He'll play in the 20s. They only got 8 dudes. Like he's playing.
And they're gonna want to see these guys. I mean, I'm not saying to play him. I wouldn't play him on this slate, but I think he'll play in the actual game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is super annoying that OKC is in this good of a spot because, man, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I definitely don't like them.
2 more. Well, this is going to, again, hit the Up to Lock show. JSU is going to be on it. AP is going to be on it. I'll be hosting it. Got to be a subscriber, though. RunPureSports.com. Go check it out. Add the bet side, too, while you're at it. With baseball coming up, Joey Work is there. We got JJ already hit a couple of bets here in spring training. Spreads. Oh, here we go again. 2 straight years. Spread final month of the season. Just every freaking game, he's just blasting it on the bet side. I'm just copy and paste with that dude right now. So bet side's on a roll too. They got a bunch up there for Final Four too. And I know that Tony will be doing a show for the Final Four. I'm not gonna be able to make that one, but that's coming up.
What tomorrow. Do you mean? You've ran it out with us. How are you not making it tonight?
Because you just all of a sudden you're like, hey, we're gonna.
That's what we do at Run Pure. We spring something at the last.
And then
second.
I just heard tonight. You're like, oh, we're gonna do it tonight. I'm like, well, I can't.
That would free up your Saturday. It should help.
Well, let's just do it tomorrow.
What are you doing tonight? Are you
got my kids, man?
Well, you tell them you got a half-hour show. Put a movie on for them.
I'll do it in the morning. It's the only time I can do it, pal.
You're
Put
out.
A movie on. Put a movie on, huh?
No, you're out. you're out. We're gonna have to leave us with a few Kansas thoughts at least before
You
we
didn't
get
even
off.
tell me about it till like right from.
I didn't know about it until freaking. I got Turtle coming on too to do it with us. It'll be a fun little show.
Remy, McCormick, Lightfoot, Abaji. Those guys. Everybody else out of your pool. Even Wilson.
Those are the four.
Those are the four. And just stack that second game, man. I'm telling you right now, though, Kansas and Villanova are going to beat the shit out of each other. That is going to be an ugly game. I know Kansas wants to run. I don't think they'll be able to run. They're going to beat them, but it's going to be an ugly game. You want the bigs from Kansas in that one. Okay. Yeah. Wolves and Nuggets. Oh, you know what, Tony, since you got the Jokic shirt on, let's go. Before we talk about Jokic, though, can you back Bones Highland tonight?
I mean, the same thoughts I had the other night, and I know he got there for the people, but 4,800 for Bones, I can't do it. I don't see it. he had 40 the other night, and I love Bones, but on this slate now where we have these OKC, you're not playing Bones over Wiggins from OKC when they got 8 dudes. Like, if you play Bones, I love Bones. I love Bones as much as anyone, but you're not playing him on this slate. Like, you aren't. You're not playing any of these Nuggets. If you're playing like value to mid-range pieces from anybody besides OKC and the Milwaukee game, I just think you're really doing it wrong. There might be some exception out there, but as far as me, I want values from those sides. I can't play anyone on Denver besides Yoke. And you're going to want Yoke because the Nuggets want to stay out of the play-in. What are they? They're 3 clear of Minnesota right now. So if they win tonight, they're basically, I mean, I'm sure Holden knows better than me. They're guaranteed not to be in the play-in, I would assume, or close to guaranteed.
Yeah, because then they could beat the Lakers without LeBron, one of those games in their end. So this
game's huge for them because, and on top of it, I would assume the Nuggets want the 6th seed, which sounds crazy, but then that gets them off of the 4 or 5, which plays the Suns. The Suns are the only team that they know they can't beat. The Nuggets think they can beat everyone else, and I think they might be able to beat everyone else besides the Suns.
The West is weak, man. You look at the teams that are in the play; it's like bad. It's crazy how quickly it flipped. Like I think, some people are talking about the Warriors. I think the Warriors are terrible.
No.
Like I don't think they're a good team at all.
I've been pounding that drum. They suck.
Yeah, they're just not good. Like I'm sorry, it's like it's the Suns and then like nothing else. Like it's wide open after the Suns, in my opinion.
You don't like the Grizz?
No,
I don't like the Grizz either. Me and Hooper on the same page.
There's just no way in the playoffs. I mean, I
hate the Grizz.
Yeah.
All right.
The only advantage the Grizz got, though, is what we just started by saying. There's just not that many good teams in the West.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is if you have a team and you're playing Kyle fucking Anderson 20 minutes, you're not advancing in the playoffs. It's going to be a quick exit for you.
Yeah, and then the Warriors, the bottom's falling out of those guys. I mean, they've lost 4 in a row, 7 of 10. The Jazz finally got a win. Donovan Mitchell's going, oh, same old shit, different year, same things.
I love how he publicly says it too. Like, you don't come out and admit it.
As a player, you say, you know what? It's been a rough stretch. We're going to turn it around this final week and make a strong push into the playoffs. He's like, no, same shit, different year.
Yeah. Well, they just flat out admits it.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota. So, yeah, it'll be interesting out west. Well, it's going to be interesting. These playoffs, I think, I'm really interested. I cannot wait because there's so many things are open. I mean, everything before the Western Conference Finals is open in the West. Who knows? Maybe we have a shocking upset. And how about the top 4 teams in the East, man? You had no idea a week ago what was going to happen, and we still got a week left, and we still don't know how that's going to unfold. The Bucks look good now, though. So that's what's going on in the NBA playoffs. Wolves and Nuggets, anything from you?
Yeah.
What's the motivation for the Timberwolves? They need to win, or
they want to get out?
They need to win to get out of the play-in, but the problem is they're right now they're 3 back of the Nuggets is like their only dilemma because they're 6 safe of they're basically the 7 seed. They could get to the 6 if they beat the Nuggets, but they're basically the 7. They're basically locked in.
They're going to play, though. They're still going to try and play.
No, they definitely are going to play tonight because if they win, they're only 2 back of the Nuggets, and they have the tiebreaker, I believe, over them. So, I mean, it's basically the Nuggets can seal the 6 seed with a win.
Yeah. D'Angelo Russell looks like definitely limited. I mean, hasn't played over 31 minutes in like 2 weeks. So, I think it's tough to trust him. I guess Edwards maybe at what is he, 7-4. I don't know. I mean, to me, I guess, long story short, it's just probably Jokic for me in this game. Karl Anthony Towns is 8.5K on FanDuel. That's something to consider, I think. But, the problem is, can you really play him over like Jokic tonight? I don't think so. It just seems like an explosion Jokic spot. I guess every night is an explosion Jokic
God,
spot.
he's so good.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get him to that MVP title and move on. So I'm going to be on him. I think him versus Luka, very close. I mean, you can definitely probably find lineups where you're playing both of them. But you definitely want some Jokic. It just seems like a night where, if this game does stay close, where you could have like 85 fantasy points or something crazy.
And I know he says he's like, I don't care about MVP. Now it's like right in his face. It's like, dude.
I actually believe he doesn't care, though. Like, that's what makes him so great. Like, he just doesn't. I mean, maybe deep down, everyone like has that selfish side of them where they want to be the MVP. But I really don't think he like cares that much about it. Sure, of course he wants to be deep down, but he's the man. He's gone for 70 plus in the last 3, and he hasn't even played like his absolute best.
How big is this He's just going super max in 2 years too.
He's definitely going to get paid. He's definitely going to get paid a lot of money. I'll tell you that much.
Big time. Yeah. All right. One more game to go. Like button. Make sure you subscribe. That would be great. Where are we on the likes? 223. I mean, it's Friday. I'm just straight chilling. So everything's good. You want to hit 300? That's great. If not, no biggie. We're fine. We're doing well here. Last one. Hoop, let's start with you. Pelicans, Lakers. Well, there's Lakers value, right?
I mean, what's are these guys playing or not?
No, they're playing for sure. They're going to play.
LeBron's back. I fell for an April Fool's. I did.
Yeah. I think
I really did. I thought LeBron was Dunsky. I fell for it.
With his ankle, you thought he was done. Well, you got April Fools. Yeah.
I hate April Fool's Day.
I hate it the most.
It's the worst.
April Fools. It's bad.
It's the worst.
I told the kids going into the day, I said, don't you guys do any damn April Fools because I'm only going to get mad about it.
My kids got me. They did get me today. So
what they do?
I guess my son's 7, so I guess he planned it from this morning. I hopped in the shower, and as soon as I hopped in the shower, like 10 seconds later, they all came in with cups of cold water and just pounded me while I was in the shower. So that was they got me. So I got to find some payback at some point.
What's payback for kids though? Like,
I don't know. Like,
it's tough.
Hide one of their devices or something. I don't know.
You give us TV for
say April Fools. They come home and all the electronics are gone and just say April Fools.
All right, Hoop, give me the breakdown.
No, I mean, no Pelicans, and if all the Lakers guys are in, I'm not playing any of them. So I mean, I guess no Lakers, nothing here.
Tony.
So Gregory Daniels and then Jokic is a beast, but he's not the MVP. Why? Well, why is he not the MVP? Because I love when people say it though, because they're the 6th seed. He's playing with the worst amount of talent of any. Luka actually plays with less talent than him, but Luka hasn't had as good of a season. Like Luka and Jokic teams are clearly way worse than Giannis's and Embiid's and all. Like, it's not even close. Who cares what seed they are? The Nuggets are 46-31 without their 2 max guys. Their 2 max guys haven't played all year, and they're 15 games above 500. So you look at it and what? You can't give it to Luka because he was bad at the beginning of the year. And then you look at the East, like the Bucks are 48-28. They're freaking basically the same record as the Nuggets, and they I mean, come on. Yeah, I shouldn't even have addressed
that. Guys, it's over. Seriously. Unless the Nuggets lose every game and Jokic sucks, he's not gonna,
he's so good. He's not going to. And when he sucks anymore, he's good.
Giannis
the dude if Jokic wasn't on the team, they'd be literally the worst team in basketball. They would not win without him at all. But no, the last game's an easy fade for me, just to clear the rest of the slate. I mean, it's the only 10:30 game. You got LeBron and AD probably coming back. Even if they didn't come back, I don't need the value on this slate because we already got value. Just an insanely easy. The only guy I would even put in my player pool for 150 would be McCollum, just because you need some sneakier guys up top. I'm not going to do it again because I'm not playing 150, but it's just a very easy fade in the 10:30 game unless you're playing a bunch of teams.
Okay, so we're done with the slate, and that means it's time for the plays of the day. Before we do that, what do we got here? 234 on the likes. That's nice. Good job. We really didn't even pad it today. We wanted 300, but I mean, that was just way overshooting to see where we could get. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. I'll remind you one more time. I'm just looking at the coordinators chat right now. I mean, they're talking about EPL, the Euro League and stuff like that. Every single freaking sport that you could think of is what we have here.
Hurt lives and dies. Like I would take our team overall against any. It's not even close how good our team is at Run Pure. This dude lives and dies by these Euro slates in the chat with these. I mean, it's $1,000 to first place, Holden, and this dude is legitimately like sweating bullets for all the people in there every single day too. You get all price, every sport for one price at Run Pure, even the damn Euro League.
I didn't even know the Euro League existed until like
Holden thought it was soccer when we were on the show the other day. He didn't even know it was basketball.
Oh, it's not soccer?
Yeah, we already talked about this.
Well, I seriously forgot. I thought it was EPL. It's not. It's
we already had this talk with Kurt on the basketball.
Got me again. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Basketball. I really thought again that it was soccer. All right, so we got Euro basketball. They are great at soccer. I know the video game guys get pissed. CSGO and LOL. I'm going to call it video games anyways. I don't give a shit. And then our golf guys. Oh, my God. This is the
golf's just overkill though. Like we're just the golf is definitely the strongest suit we got. I mean, we got honestly, we're so deep.
If you look at our team, you just got to look at Run Pure and say, man, those must be just like super nice guys over there at Run Pure calling the shots. Because I look at what these competitors do, and not saying names, but when F1 pops up, they're going to charge their members more for fucking F1 content. Like, get the hell out of here. What we did, we said, hey, here you go. Here's F1 content. PGA products.
And a bunch of people shipped F1 with the info.
With their
like
info.
On top of it.
It's like not like it's bullshit information. It's just more information for the same price. It's crazy what people do to their members at Run Pure. You don't have to worry about that shit. More sports pop up. We'll bust out the content and keep your price the same.
Yep. They're killing it in golf too. You guys see a lot of free shows that we do, but there's a lot behind the paywall, and there's some juicy stuff. And again, coming up next, we got the Up to Lock show in the NBA. We'll have the Up to Lock show in Major League Baseball, which is right around the corner. I know a lot of you are big baseball fans. I'm a big baseball fan. I'm excited about baseball coming back. So again, check it out, runpuresports.com. I'm actually looking forward to the USFL, and I'm not even kidding. We better have a USFL. I'd like to be involved in that because
the prize pools are going to be huge, so we're definitely going
to. Big prize pool for USF.
Oh, Holden just nominated himself as content manager for USFL. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
No. You don't want me in control of anybody. Like I can't even handle myself. You don't want me in charge of other people. But we'll do some.
You kind of are in like a department of one, really.
Yeah, I've got my own department.
Yeah,
you got this little office in the middle of nowhere. And I just do my thing, Nobody messes with me. Let's get to the plays of the day, though. Rich parents. Do your kids know about the rich parents play of the day?
I don't know if they know the name. They know we do the plays of the day at the end of the show.
Okay, but you're their rich parent, so I wonder. Oh, cool! It's Daddy. Yes, Hoop. Rich parents play of the day.
I'm gonna go back to the Sacramento Kings. I think Tony kind of talked me into him a little bit more. It's going to be Davion Mitchell. I mean, just looking at these minutes, I mean, I'm guessing maybe an overtime game here at some point, but 39, 40, 45 minutes, 37, 46 minutes. And he gets to go against the Houston Rockets tonight. The price is up there at 8K, but that should keep his ownership down. Give me Davion Mitchell, rich parents play of the day.
Ooh, okay. Now, I can't see what's up here right now, but every time they do Big T's workbench play, or maybe it was your play just a second ago. Me and Tony are in a boat and we're overlooking you in the background. I saw that the other day and I just started dying laughing.
The problem with that graphic is I look at the woman in there and like, damn, I wouldn't, my mom's looking pretty damn good. So it's like kind of conflicting,
Yeah, it's good. We're just onlookers. Creepers.
Nothing wrong with a little onlooking. You might learn a few things.
Definitely not.
I don't think Holden's learning from us. Holden,
Yeah, you guys will be learning from me. There's definitely some stuff going down in the future.
That's a good
Tony,
point.
workbench play of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I pride myself on being decent on the bench, but I'm definitely not teaching Holden anything. You're right about that.
You're not. You got no shot.
He's seen crevices I've never even dreamed of.
It's true. True. I don't even know if. Yeah. All right, go on.
Yeah, the workbench play. I'm happy Hoop went with Mitchell because I really think that Sacramento side is the best tournament side of the night, and I'm just going to ride with him too. And go with, how much was he? 5,500, Damian Jones. It might feel like a little chasing to some people because he just went for 50 in this same matchup at 5,500. But the good thing is no one's really going to play him tonight because of where he falls in the price range. And I think he could run it right back with another 50. Like the matchup's still the same. Everything's the same. And sign me up. I'll chase it. If I get burned, I mean, he's been pretty good even before the 50. Give me it. Well, we'll ride with Sacramento. I think it's the best tournament side of the night. So give us both those dudes.
Yeah. In the end, it's all about Theo Maledon, guys. It's all about Theo Maledon season tonight. Cade Cunningham or Theo Maledon. Just pick one.
When you phrase it like that, it's even funnier.
Yeah, just pick one. All right, great show, guys. Hit the like button on the way out. Would love to see you do that. If you haven't checked out runpuresports.com, or if you have, sign up. Just try it out for a month, or you could try it out for a year. It doesn't matter. And again, cool time, because if you remember last year, there was nobody better. You tell me, there was no way anybody was more successful in the NBA playoffs at DFS. And then Showdown just crushed, absolutely crushed. Baseball's coming up. USFL.
Hoop said it best though. With the these other sites are charging you all this freaking money for everything else. Last year, especially, we're going to be a little more planned this year with the content. But I mean, last year we were crushing these playoff slates. Other sites aren't even doing that. Like they're not giving you this. Sure, they'll give you projections, which every site's going to give you projections anymore, which is fine. You need projections, but they're not going to go do a live show for a Wednesday night Showdown main slate like we're going to do. So check us out. I know we have the best content. Now, maybe not in every area, but definitely with Showdown, NBA playoffs, golf. There's a few that I know for a fact we have the best. So check us out.
Baseball too, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, baseball is going to crush too. I mean, and this is when the most value is. That's what I was going to say, and I got derailed, sidetracked. Yeah. But all these sports for one price, I mean, you're getting all of it right now. Masters, opening week of baseball, the playoffs from basketball is coming, and that's not even counting our new NASCAR guy that gives the free article every week. Check that out. Freaking tennis. I mean, you could literally now, every time we do these reads with stuff, so I'll get a message like, "Oh, you forgot about the tennis. Susie crushes tennis." Like you couldn't even name all the sports for one price.
There's no site in the industry that literally covers every sport on DraftKings and charges their customers just one base price. Other sites are charging you for each individual. Anything on DraftKings that's offered, we have content for, and it's included in the package. I mean, it's very simple. No one else is doing that.
Yep. The golf, boys. The golf is crushing too. So
golf's definitely my favorite. I think it's all of our favorites at this point.
It's just you guys are just rolling in the golf. Okay.
It's just a good sweat too. It's just a good clean sweat each week. Besides that damn chat I talked about earlier.
And don't forget, we'll have a Final Four DFS show. I'll definitely do the Monday show. There's no question. We'll do a Showdown National Championship. I'm kind of pumped about that. Hopefully there's some kind of prize pool there.
Oh, there'll be a big one for the title game.
Good.
At least
good to see you. Glad you survived Cancun. Sorry I had to run out for a couple of minutes, but it was you and Simon telling me your story. That's what got me going. Tony, always good to see you as well, my friend. Have a wonderful weekend. Hit the like button on the way out. And for subscribers, come on over. We got our Up to Lock show. You know this. AP, JSU, and myself will get you ready for tonight's slate. Simon, get us out of here.